don't know. Let me see. Can I get it together on over here? Hold on. Can y'all see me? Hold on. Sorry, guys. All right. All right. I think I can do it at this angle. Like, okay. So, all right, guys. I wanted to update y'all about what we doing in Zone 7A. So if you like in the Zone 7A, this is what I got going on in my notes. So I'm about to tell you what you can plant in Zone 7A. So I know, bear with me, guys. So I'm about to give you some ideas that can help you out. Hold on, rotating the camera. I'm about to give you some ideas that can really help you out big time. All right, so pay attention. All right, guys. All right, so this is March, right? The longer days, so the days are getting longer too as well. That's the most important thing. The days are about to get real long, and so basically you can get ready to start putting stuff outside and stuff like that. And I'm gonna go over the stuff that you can put outside and stuff like that. So basically right now, I think you need to be adding organic matter to your soil and stuff like that to improve your soil damage and stuff, because like if your soil just been getting rained over, and then wasn't covered up and stuff like that, you need to put those nutrients back into the soil. You need to put that organic matter back into the soil so it can help your soil out, and then your plants can like grow, thrive, and they can kind of take care of themselves. Okay, so all right, start transplanting indoor tomatoes and peppers and eggplants to try to get them done. All right, because you want to try to get these done, and have them going outside to transplant them round by Mother's Day. So this is the best thing to do if you living in Zone 7A round Mother's Day. That's when you start taking everything, then you start transplanting everything. All right, guys. So let me tell you what you need to do by the end of March. Okay. All right. So listen now, guys. Take notes. This is free game, free information, and I love to help people. Okay. And by the end of March, you should be safely start processing and harden. So when they mean by harden is like we need to be like um hardening out the plants, from up under the grow lights. So like your tomatoes, your eggplants and stuff you had under the grow light, you trying to like harden them off, like start letting them get some like rain and stuff like that. Because if they get some rain, you'll be able to get better nutrients, and you got to let the wind like blow on them and stuff like that, so they have to get used to like wind blowing on them. So that's why when you growing inside, you need like a little fan to be blowing on the plants and stuff like that too. But all right, but listen though, you can start hardening for transplant outside your onions, parsley, and your cool season crops, because it's spring. So you can kind of plant what you planted in like February. I mean, what you start planting in like October in most areas, you know what I'm saying? Some areas too, like February, So it just depends on what plant zone you in. Okay. So the crops at least got to be 5 weeks old before you put them out. So but I do like 5 weeks, 6 weeks, you know what I'm saying? No more than 7 weeks, because you don't want to get them like so like big inside of the pot and they start to root rot, you know what I'm saying? So you don't want that. All right. So, and then you want to, get things like broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, Brussels sprouts. That's the stuff that we got going on out there right now. So these are some things that you can plant out there, and it can be very safe, and they can tolerate being outside because they'll start tasting like real good, real sweet. They have like a nice, texture to it that also help form like a big head, and your plants won't go into flowering and stuff like that. That's the main thing. You don't want your plants to like go into like stage of flowering, and that happen when you tend to plant these plants out too early, too late. Like a lot of people will put them out in May, and then when July come around, they'll be like, man, how did you even get a full broccoli head? Because I put the broccoli out early in the springtime, and then let it get used to being outside with this good little 45-degree temperature at night, with 30 degree temperature at night. It's not gonna hurt it at all. It actually gonna, you know, make it taste better. It maybe produce a little slow. That's the only thing about growing when it's like cold outside. It just takes a long time to produce. So, you know, you by then you just need to just be keeping up around the plant and adding like different type of nutrients every other 2 weeks or whatever. Okay. So okay, man, you can also put these in too, guys. You can put in you can direct sauce seed your carrots, you can direct sauce seed Swiss chard, peas, collards, kale, lettuce, onions, parsley, parsnip, beets, all these things, man, radish and stuff like that. So if you companion farming, these are some things that you can plant next to each other, some of these that like benefit each other. Or if you plant some like several foots apart of it, and you can put some of these in the middle, like you can put the onions or you can put the garlic in the middle of like the Swiss chards, you know, because you got the Swiss chards planted about 12 inches apart from each other. So you can put some onions in there, you know, in between it. So that could benefit too. And it can also help too, man. So y'all always remember that. Take these notes, guys. These notes really gonna help y'all. All right. We gonna get this through. And then you want to always on nice days, you want to turn your compost pile, and you always want to add fresh clippings and stuff. Like, so you want to be very organized to be like, hey, let me keep up with my compost, let me turn my compost, let me check up on it and making sure there's worm in it, let me make sure there's enough green in it, because you got to have a certain amount of balance of green, and you always got to have a certain balance brown to mix inside of your compost and stuff like that, guys. And adding hay is a good thing, or your leaf leaves and stuff like that. Or when you cut your grass, you can just take that grass and you can just dump it into the compost, and you can add manure to it. You can add bananas to it. You can add all types of things that you eat with vegetable wise, especially like you know, bananas and stuff like that, for it can give it like potassium and stuff like that. Okay. All right. And be careful working your garden soil. Working your soil when it's still too wet, it creates compact clots. And that's really true. If you work your soil too early and it just rain, it just like create like a patch, you know what I'm saying, in your garden. And then when they have like patches in your garden, it's hard to get the tractor through, it's hard to get the tiller through, it's hard to even get the hoe through and stuff like that. And it also will wash out your no-till garden either way that you're doing it. Okay. All right. So I hope that helps, but I got more information too, guys. And then you want to always like clean up like your leftover stuff from last year. You know, like you want to go through and pull up, like if you had broccoli left out there, or you had some kale left out there, or you had some radish or whatever didn't compost, or turnips didn't compost down. You can turn it in the soil, or you can till it in the soil for it to compost down, or you can take all those things and you can add it to your compost, or you can give it to your chickens, or you can give it to your goats. But it's raining right now, guys. That's why I'm making this video in the truck. It ain't too much I can do outside. So that's one reason why I wanted to tell you the tip too as well about the rain. You know, it's like you can work in the rain, but you don't really want to work sometimes in the rain, because some plants can't tolerate being so wet sometimes like that. And then for you newbies and stuff like that, you need to run and get you like a soil test and stuff. Get you like a soil test if you tilling up like property that never been tilled, never been worked. Go get you a soil test for the agriculture department, and you can see what your pH in the soil. And I say from like a 5.5 to 7.5 pH is a pretty good pH soil. It just all depends on what you're growing, because potatoes don't like a high pH, but a kale or like being broccoli or something like being grown in like a high pH soil. Some stuff like to be grown in acidic type soil too as well. So, you know, hey, get your fertilizers together, get your grape trees together, get your blueberries together. Make sure your nitrogen, like I was saying. So these are the things that you need to be looking forward towards in March. So hey, get ready for the new video in April. I'll be dropping that video too, guys. And always remember, guys, prep first, grow your seeds, and then plan it, organize it, take your time, guys, just like in these steps that I just went over through. And we're gonna get on into the next month, and I hope y'all be doing great with these techniques for March. You know, going into the next month, into April, I'm gonna be dropping that too, that video information, things that you need to be doing in April. All right, and hopefully that I have some of the stuff up that I talked about in this video, and I can show it to you in the garden and stuff like that. All right, one love, yo.